So Ed Sheeran's actually currently playing right now at St James's Park. We believe that over the 3 days that Ed's playing, Newcastle are expected to make between 15 and 20 million. Of course, they'll have to pay out the staff. Ed Sheeran will take a massive cut, the police officers and so on and so on. But it's good money for the club. Will Mike Ashley be honest with his word and say every single penny that Newcastle generated will be handed to Rafa Benitez? Well, time will tell if that'll be put towards the transfer budget or the youth academy or whatever, you know. But it's good. It's good news for Newcastle that the club are making money in other aspects as well from this weekend. And if you want to head down to there over to Ed Sheeran, there's still tickets available. I heard it's been an absolute blast tonight, no puns intended. We could hear from our office, that's how loud it was as well. So good for the club as well. Now the big news, of course, is a huge 25 players were released today. 2 of them from the first team, which was Jesus Gomez and Masada Hodara, which isn't a massive surprise. We've already touched upon that on the channel, but a massive 19 from the under-23s. The biggest culprit is probably Curtis Good, who's been on the books from what it seems like forever. The list, let's quickly run it through them. So it's Yannick Aziakono, Kyle Cameron, Yassan Ben Almani, Stuart Finley, Owen Gallagher, Macaulay Gillespie, Mackenzie Heaney, Tom Herdman, Jack Hunter, Ben Kitchen, Michael Newbury, Brendan Pearson, Callum Smith, Liam Smith, Craig Spooner, Dan Ward, Cal Williams and Paul Woolston. So they're the big ones from the under-23s. There's been 4 players from the under-18s who have also been released. They've been Isaac Gamblin, Mace Goodridge, Jack Robson and Curtis Russell. But there is actually some good news from the under-18s, is that 6 of the lads have signed professional contracts and they're likely to be with the under-23s next year. Those are being Thomas Allen, Lewis Cass, Matty Longstaff, who was the brother of Sean, Oliver Walters, Kellen Watts, who likes to score goals for fun, and England international Adam Wilson. So good news for the club and the lower end, I can't get my words out there. And let's be honest there, I don't think a lot of those on the under-23 are good enough. For them to try and break through, I think it's the right decision for the club. And this is Rafa Benitez having a massive influence over the youth football. He wants to restructure it. He wants, you know, the development of the training facilities to improve, which has to be, let's be honest, the training facilities for our lads are really poor. Whitley Park is a horrible little place on a cold night. Me and Sharky being there, we cover the under-23s a lot on the channel and will continue to do so next year. However, I think it's the right call. A lot of these lads, unfortunately, yes, a lot of them are local, but they're just not good enough to try and get it in that first team. You can keep loaning them out and loaning them out and loaning them out, but there's no progression with a lot of them, which is a shame in one aspect as well. Let us know what you think on that. Of course, other news as well is sticking with the under-23s. You might have seen it on our website, newcastlefanstv.com, is that we put the statement out. Peter Beardsley, solicitors, have strongly denied allegations from a couple of tabloids saying that he is likely to be found guilty with his alleged racism remarks against Yassan Ben Almani, who was in that release list. We're still waiting on news for that to happen. It is getting a bit messy at the moment. It's dragging a little bit. The club wanted it to be done really quick because we know that it seems to be going on and on and on, and hopefully that gets resolved and hopefully Yas gets on to play for another club lower end. We were going to be interviewing Yassan Ben Almani, but unfortunately that never materialised with this happening. Also, we were going to interview him before all this kicked off, but you know, we'll have to move that one side. A couple of news just away from the club as well, that the Premier League are going to be introducing a winter break, which will happen the season after next. I think that's a good thing. I think, you know, we'll play a lot of football. I think it's just a refresh and maybe have 2 weeks off and then restart it, or, you know, lesser games, whatever, you know. But the League Cup as well, or the Carabao Cup, the fucking hell, every time we talk about this, there's a new change of name on it. That's going to have no extra time. That's going to go straight to penalties. There's none of this ABBA system, ABBA system, that's getting scrapped as well. And also VAR will also be introduced at only Premier League ground, which I found a bit odd because a lot of the Championship sides have Premier League ground standard already, and even Sunderland in League One have really a Premier League ground. So what they're doing there, I didn't get that. I really didn't get that. But anyways, tickets also for the St Patrick's game over Ireland. If you're going over Ireland or you're an Irish fan, they are now on sale, available on the club's website. I'll not be going to that one, neither will the back office team. However, we are looking to get to the Hull one. And that's been the news. Obviously, the big one is the Ed Sheeran concert over the weekend, and of course the 25-man list which has been released. Are you concerned about any of those players? I'm not. I think it's right. Let us know what you lot think, of course, as ever, in the comments box. Enjoy your weekend, everyone. Ta-da. Wait a minute. I nearly forgot this. The club are actually in talks with 3 of the under-23 players. Alex Gilliard, who's had a great successful loan out the last 2 or 3 years. Luke Charman, who scored goals for fun last season, and also talented winger Cal Roberts. So the club are in talks with those three to extend their contracts. See you later. Bye-bye.